The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. People reported the yacht that Diana enjoyed her last summer vacation on before her death has sunk off the coast of France. The boat, dubbed Cujo, was frequented by the late princess and her boyfriend at the time, Dodi in the summer of 1997, before they both died in a car crash in late August that year. All 7 passengers on board were rescued in time before the vessel sank below the Mediterranean Sea after it allegedly hit an unidentified object on the French Riviera. Harry will find his HRH has been removed from royal websites. 2 references to Harry were changed from HRH to his title of the Duke of Sussex or the Duke. As fun as that is, it has more to do with website upkeep than it does with spare. The Express had noted the royal family's website had not been updated completely following the death of Queen Elizabeth. For example, Charles and Camilla were referred to by their former titles of Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall, while Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton were designated the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. There were also instances in which Elizabeth was still referred to as the reigning monarch. Buckingham Palace issued a statement letting us know the royal family website contains over 5,000 pages of information about the life and work of the royal family. Following the death of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, content has been revisited and updated periodically. Some content may be out of date until this process is complete. Omid Scobie is still following the royals. Omid tweeted that while in Tokyo, Prince Harry attended the ISPS Sports Values Summit, which explored the power of sport as a vehicle to drive positive change in communities. In his role as Centre Bali co-founder, Harry said, "The lessons we learn on the field are the same principles of philanthropy, that a mission, hard work, dedication and partnership can make even the impossible possible. Whether banded together in victory or showing up with respect in loss, no one ever crosses a finish line or scores a goal without the help and belief of others. That, to me, is the power of sport." Vanity Fair is of the opinion the court of King Charles needs a PR strategy for the modern era. With the family and fractures and his mother's legacy a tough act to follow, Charles should consider tossing out the old playbook. Aaron Vanderhoof writes, Charles, William and Kate have refused to push back against a media culture increasingly leaving Britons dispirited, polarised and, as the aftermath of Brexit has proven, economically stagnant. It's still unclear if the monarchy will be able to tell a story persuasive enough to sway the younger generations who view the institution with unprecedented scepticism, but it's never been more obvious that they need to try. Understanding the importance of popularity, Buckingham Palace hired its first press secretary in 1918. Sculpting the royal family's relationship with the media eventually became an imperative part of royal work, especially around major events. Gossip printed in the press, even false, was seen as either benign or useful. In 1923, a tabloid printed a story claiming the Queen Mother had gotten engaged to the future Edward VIII. In reality, she was weighing a proposal from his younger brother, the future King George VI. In 1947, when the family announced Princess Elizabeth's engagement to Prince Philip, the press had been reporting on rumours for more than a year, while the palace denied it. At some point during the late Queen's reign, the original rationale for sticking to never complain, never explain, the tabloid's triviality became obsolete, only to be replaced by a lesson from modern media theory. The prevailing metaphor in crisis communications is the role of oxygen in a fire. To prevent it from spreading, don't give it air. The wisdom of the strategy isn't always quite so straightforward when it comes to modern royals. For one, they are themselves avid readers of the press. As Harry noted to Anderson Cooper in a 60 Minutes interview, a family breakfast is never complete without the papers on the table. Success for a senior royal means seeing yourself in the papers for the right reasons. Ultimately, Charles' lack of popular affection could even be a boon to the monarchy in the long run, if it doesn't matter what the press insinuates about your motives, so long as the royal family continues to function as an institution. But Nick Davies, formerly of The Guardian, thinks the biggest risk for the royals comes from thinking that press acceptance equals popular will. Davies said, "If you look at the scale of tabloid coverage of the royal family, you would think that must be because their readers are obsessed with royals. But the weird thing is they're not. This country is not nearly as interested in the royal family as Fleet Street pretends." Palace Intrigue will be right back. Hey, I want to tell you about my new favorite app, Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and lowers your bills all in one place. How many of you signed up to try apps only to forget and get billed again? We all get lured in. Just the other day it found that I had a Hulu app I had no idea I'd subscribed to. So there's a money save. Plus, it alerted me to a raise in Spotify prices, so I had to think about whether it was worth it anymore. Most people think they're spending $80 on their subscriptions, when in reality the number is closer to $200 because you've signed up for so many things. Streaming services you use to watch one show, or free trials for a delivery you just don't use. It's so easy to lose track of what you're paying for. Just download the app, connect your bank accounts and cards. Rocket Money does the rest for you. You can see all your subscriptions and transactions on one screen. Plus, Rocket Money can help you budget and optimize your spending with their smart money tools. So do what I did and say goodbye to unwanted subscriptions. With over 3 million users and counting, Rocket Money customers have saved an average of $720 a year. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/palace. That's rocketmoney.com/palace, rocketmoney.com/palace. Hi, I'm Mark Francis and host of a new podcast, The Messi Effect. Join us as we take you into the exciting new world of Argentine soccer phenomenon, Lionel Messi, and his new life at Inter Miami. Will bring you into the glitz, the glamour, the star-studded events, along with the exciting journey to a new world of U.S. soccer and international football with news and stories 3 times a week. Come along for the ride as Messi, Miami, and Major League Soccer experience the journey of a lifetime. Get the Messi Effect wherever you get your podcasts. GingerGal123 left us a 5-star review. Love this daily podcast to stay up to date on my royal gossip. It's great entertainment during my workday commute. Keep up the good work. Thank you, GingerGal123, and please hit those 5 stars on Apple there if you like the show. It really helps us out. Charles, who the internet tells us is the current king, attended the May Highland Games at the John O'Groats Showground in Caithness, Scotland. People reports Charles, who is the chieftain of the games, dressed traditionally in a tartan kilt, as he often does in Scotland. He completed his ensemble with a green tweed jacket, matching waistcoat, red woolen socks, and a sporran, a pouch that is part of traditional Scottish dress. After all, kilts typically don't have pockets. The king appeared to be enjoying his tipple, photographed sniffing his whiskey glass before emptying its contents as he sat under a tent at the event. The Express reported that the royal family's gift shops are to buy British and use more recycled materials and souvenirs for tourists in an effort to go greener and support UK jobs. The report says palace officials also plan to use more recycled materials, including plastic bottles, in the souvenirs they sell in gift shops, stepping up measures they have been trying to follow for the past few years. A spokesperson said, "We'll try to use UK suppliers where possible." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please head on over to YouTube or youtube.com and do a search for Palace Intrigue there and hit that subscribe button for us. You don't have to listen to the show again. It will really help us out. Thanks very much. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times. Hi, I'm Mark Francis and host of a new podcast, The Messi Effect. Join us as we take you into the exciting new world of Argentine soccer phenomenon, Lionel Messi, and his new life at Inter Miami. Will bring you into the glitz, the glamour, the star-studded events, along with the exciting journey to a new world of U.S. soccer and international football with news and stories 3 times a week. Come along for the ride as Messi, Miami, and Major League Soccer experience the journey of a lifetime. Get the Messi Effect wherever you get your podcasts.